Hello, welcome to Sunday morning coffee number 143. Oh, hang on, we put the light on. That'll help. It's a nice backlight. Oh, maybe some forward light. That would help. It is the first time I've been late in a while for the show, so thank you for sticking around. I woke up a little while ago, like 10 to it's the Catalina wine mixer. I woke up at 10 to 10. I've been bitten by insects a lot. You don't want to see it. Looking at it now, going, ugh. So I took a antihistamine before I went to sleep, but it was also one that is a sleeping tablet as well, and I forgot about that, and to set an alarm. So luckily, I did woke up at 10 to. Ratty's screen has froze, but has anybody else's froze before we continue? Just to make sure if it's his computer or not, because that would be rubbish. Nobody else has reported anything. Nope. Could someone in the comments tell Ratty then if theirs is working, that he might have to refresh his screen? Oh, it's okay now. Okay. Let me just sip this coffee that has just been brewed. Thanks all. Hey, it's all working now. Hey. So yes, thank you for bearing with me as I woke up. I went, the show. I'm kind of rushed about, and I've just made the coffee, which is much needed, and made myself look vaguely presentable for someone that's just woke up. So yes, welcome to 143. Thank you for coming back after last week's. I almost deleted last week's because I thought, well, that was a bummer. But as always, I'll leave. Yeah, we are going to have a yawnathon, I'm afraid. It's Annie's worldwide yawning thingy. So yeah, as of other previous Grim Sunday morning coffees, it's it's what it is, isn't it? It's a mostly weekly sort of vlog now of life at Bad Squiddo. So it's the good and the bad. So yeah, last Sunday was not so good. But so thank you for your nice words on that and afterwards as well. But I did get scooped up by some chums after that. I did the escape room, and the escape room was awesome. And we did it in half the time we had. Yes. And yeah, then I thought, hey, I'm okay, and then was not okay straight away afterwards, and got abducted by some friends and looked after, and had a big event and some tears. So that was good. Added pig soundtrack. I'm low on veg. They've just had a bit of carrot rations. They're currently a bit quiet as they're hunting down any remnants. Yay! Oh, sorry. It's the yawning. Welcome to the yawn show. I've got lots of good news today. I've got lots of Bad Squiddo news, which is what was lacking last week as well. So there's all sorts to talk about. I'm still just trying to wake myself up. The coffee. But still better than last week. This weird shadow, it's because I've got the window in front of me for optimal streaming, but then I have the guinea pigs, and the guinea pig's pen casts this shadow, so it looks a bit. But what can you do? I might eventually set this up so I've got like a little clip-on light and I don't have to faff. I didn't faff today, but you know what I mean. Slurp. Morning, Mum. Mum's here. That will bring me to my first point. So when it wasn't that great last Friday, I was searching for this parcel from DPD that didn't come. Basically, so last Friday, there was a parcel, and the guy drops the parcel off. Oh, so sorry. The guy dropped the parcel off, but he was in a stress because he couldn't find the other one. There was some guy honking him, going, "Get out of the road!" And they were just load. He had a van load, and I'm nice. And he said, can I leave it and come back?" I said, "Of course you can. Don't worry about it." He never came back. So I waited for him most of Friday because that's my brain can only focus on the one thing. So like he'll be back. He'll be back. He said about an hour, and then I guess about 5 o'clock. Right, he's not coming back, is he? He's not coming back. And then I thought, okay, maybe it'll be on Monday's rounds. It's the drug's fault. It's not me, I swear. So what would be on Monday's rounds? Nothing. So now a large amount of this week has been me chasing DPD across DPD land. And then I thought we'd struck lucky. So the parcel that's missing has all the brand new releases in it. And it has restocks of some stuff people are waiting on. And it's quite a valuable parcel. And again, it's not like it's just a... As I said on the phone to the depot, I said, it's not like it's a box of elastic bands. Everything's got to be cast again if it's gone missing. So I thought I got lucky because they had the direct number to the guy, because obviously it's all logged. Oh yeah, the data. So it lost his name and photograph of parcel one. So I didn't know the names to complain about, but obviously it's all in their system. Sorry, brain. So I'm reading the chat. What is that? There's pigs wandering around now. Yes, they're like, "Oh, we'll give him a call." I was like, "Yeah, you call him." Oh, I didn't answer, so they said, "We'll call him and we'll get back to you." And that's pretty much been the week of like, "Hello, any update?" So we've called him a few times while I've been on the on hold, and he's not answered. And one of the times he said he's not picking up, and I said it's because he knows what he's done. So, I've decided that this guy is using my box of metal to like go and start a new life somewhere with all the valuable of it. I think I'm so sorry. I think he was a temp or something, and they're currently trying to cover their arse, figure out the best way to phrase it that they cannot actually get in touch with this guy anymore because he's disappeared. But yeah, so that sucks. But the casters have accepted their own fate and have been casting it away again. I think that they're chasing DPD their end to try and get some money, but you never get the actual money back unless you've paid for that like full thing each time. So on the bonus, I was like, hey, I'm not the poster for once. I don't have to fully chase it. Obviously, I am chasing it because I want the parcel, but it's not on my responsibility end, so at least I don't lose. But the fact the casters lose sucks because again, they're not a big, mega court. They're also not small. They're pretty big for a metal casting, miniatures casting company, but they're still relatively small. I can't remember how many people they've got. About 15, I think, because they do all sorts of different casting. But yeah, it's like, it's not like it's a big company that's kind of been hit. So yeah, that sucks because my normal DPD guy is wicked. Like he's really cool, and he's been quite helpful with it as well. It's just like the one day, the one day they've got he has off. So I'm intrigued as to how many other things he's kind of ballsed up. So, but it's been all right. It's been all right. I can't do anything about it. I've chased it up, but yeah, it just kind of sucks for the casters because they've got to replace it. But they're on it already because they are beasts. So there's that. I was supposed to have notes this week, believe it or not, but I don't. Guinea pigs. It's been very hot, which is possibly why. If you missed the start, my leg has been bitten to death by various insects. They've had a full feast on it. So I took antihistamine, but it was an antihistamine that's also a sleeping tablet. So I'm just like, I cannot feel my leg. Does seem to have worked. So, well, a bit. I got all paranoid last night that I had Lyme's disease, which I don't think I've got Lyme's disease. But you know, like everything on the WebMD, it's like all the what's it? Symptoms for everything are the same, and it was stuff like fatigue. I'm like, yeah, I got fatigue. No, I don't have Lyme's disease. But that's a very important note that there is a lot of ticks out. I don't know what's happened to this stream. You go, careful out in long grass. It's because I've been doing a bit of gardening, I think, and I have been in long grass, and all sorts have been getting me, but I don't think I've got Lyme's disease. Anyway, on to actual releases. I was supposed to show you things that were already out, and they were out on Friday, but it was not to be. Sorry about all the yawning. So I think I showed you last week, but I'll show you again. So these were supposed to be out, but they will be out in the next few days. What we got? So we got these. So that's from the main thumbnail. We've got these two Banshees. So sculpted by Bristol. It's quite unusual to get some. I thought but Welsh there, but unusual to get some humanoids from Bristol, and these are lovely. They're very lovely. Whoa. And they will be out. They were supposed to be out Friday, but fear not, they will be out soon. So that's really cool. And they're resin. So I've got all the stock of those. I just ran out of time with all the other things I've been getting up to and all the heat and stuff. My mum says at least it wasn't a hedgehog bite, which reminds me, because mum got bitten by a hedgehog in my garden a few years ago. I saw the hedgehog last night. I popped a load of guinea pig stuff out to air, and when I went to pick it up, it was about 11 o'clock, I think. I went to grab a bit of what I thought was a bit of like guinea pig cushion, and I went, oh, sorry. So I sat for a while checking out my little hedgehog, but he was just like that. It obviously went in that little nestle underneath. So it means that I don't want to, I've got a whole like stick area in my garden for where I've been destroying my tree. I mean, pruning my tree because it's a beast. I've got a beast tree. And it's given me more excuse to not move it because I know they like going under there. So I think don't want to destroy the fun time for the hedgehogs. So I did some front garden yesterday as well, fighting my disconnect between having a fancy garden and a garden that the insects like. So yeah, but yeah, that looks nice too. Just so you know. Hey, Loico has made it to Sunday morning coffee first time in ages. Yay! Yay! This is good. There's lots of people. I'm glad you're here because again, I felt a bit bad after last week's where I was just a bit grim. I didn't want anyone to sort of lose faith or anything, spread the misery. I like being a nice Sunday boost, and even if it's a bit, not that great a week, to leave it on a bit of a nice thing. But I think I left it and I was like, oh gosh, what have I done? Yeah, it's been a good week. I wrote, so after I got abducted by my friends on Sunday, sometimes just having that like different scene, just being somewhere else helps. And I think having a big outlet those helped. But I wrote a bit of a plan of action of stuff, not a million list things, but it was a few priority things that will help me. So that was all good. Hey, Jasmine's here. Woo! Hello. So yeah, I made a bit of a plan, and then I think I was quite good this week at trying to get all my stuff back together. What else? It's been very hot. It has been very hot. But I've pretty much just been on the catch up, and getting there and having lots of little wins as well along the way and going, yes, getting there. Maybe it's not all doom and gloom. Sorted a fair amount of yeah, just stuff, stuff that's been sort of there hanging over. Got a few awesome things done. My entire body is just broken at the moment, which doesn't help. But my brain's a little bit better. I got my booster jab, which was late because of actually having COVID and then being rubbish at sorting it, and it's kind of just destroyed this arm. So I've got loads of pain on this arm. I've got welcome to Annie's pain show. I've got bitten all down my leg, and because I was sedentary for ages, now I'm back walking to work and back again. I've managed to get myself a big swollen ankle. So I'm just hobbling around. If you're not in the UK, you might not know that we are currently having a massive heat wave, but it's going to be extra hot Monday and Tuesday, and I'm planning on not going in the office, at least in the day. I'm going to see how it goes, because I was chatting to a neighbour yesterday about how I get very dramatic with the weather after it was that storm, and I decided that I'd be the protector of the street, and it was the whole roofs were going to come off and it was fine. Now I'm like, no, the heat. So I have put a bunch of water bottles in the freezer ready for the pigs because they're okay in this heat, but it says it's going to get absolutely wild on Monday and Tuesday. So I don't really want to leave them in case any of them start showing like overheating signs or do anything weird, because guinea pigs are so weird that it'll be really hot, so they go, oh, we'll huddle together for coolness. Like, no, that's not how it works. So they'll do stupid things. So I might have to stay here just to keep an eye on them, stop them doing stupid things. I'm getting stuck to any water bottles or anything. So yeah, so I'll probably, well, at least work from home Monday, Tuesday, but we'll see. Sorry about the yawning. We'll see how it goes. We've got lots of new stuff. Oh yes, that was the things. Panda-geddon, because they were supposed to be out by now. I think again I've shown you before, but maybe not for a while. Let me just get into that folder. Folder of WhatsApp. WhatsApp. There we go. So this is what was supposed to be out on Friday, but will be out in the week. Can't see a tail in that shot actually. She's got a good tail going on. There we are. Hey, good tail. So we've got those two coming out. I'm going to remove the resins because Amy has been on fire from the heat, just painting a lot. So Amy's doing a bunch of our painting for the Celix at the moment, Warp Fiend, and I will bring that up on my telephone as well to show you. Hang on a moment. If you've been on Twitter, you might have seen them. There we go. Pandas are awesome, yes. I went on Twitter to find it, and one of my posts is from Andy Hobday, Futsal, as I'm trying to find out who his child's married to in Stardew Valley. So please don't send me to ask. We got there. Oh, that was one of my messages, Andy. Andy is pleased that I'm at work. I'm I just saw that. I see while I'm scrolling away. Yeah, that's why I've asked for your shifts. Write your shifts down so you know when it's safe. You need to like do a secret doorbell before you come in. Right, hang on. Let me have a look. It's too hot. Where are we retweeting? Oh, here we are. So I'm going to release these next week as well, because why not? So first up, again, I know it's never the best picture when I just hold my phone up, but you get the idea. Look at that! These are perfect for Amy's. Amy's got quite a different style, in a good way. It's very painterly, and it works perfect on these sorts of grublins. Look at them. It's a little sort of chaosy skull fella. And that comes in a pack with the portal. How cool is that? It looks like it is actually glowing. Ooh. Yes, pandas are one of my favourite animals. They're up there with pigs. They're in a bit of a tie, partly because the baby pandas are the most pathetic things, and then there's videos of them just like. So yeah, they do remind me of pigs a lot in that way. Oh, there's a photo of the snail and the portal together. So that's going to be a set. Hey. Oh, that's a point. I was supposed to go to the office yesterday to do work to make up for not being there potentially some point of next week, but didn't make. I ended up just chilling around the house, which is actually better. But I meant to get all the info. I've got all the info over there of the pricing and stuff. So maybe we'll need to pop by at least, so I can figure out how much they're supposed to be. What else we get? Oh, that's another thing as well. I don't know if I've shown you the painted version of. You will have seen it if you're around any of the other social medias. But this is Joyce, the fashionable brand. I quite liked making the little postcards. It cheered me up. I was saying, "Ooh, hot weather, getting those old arms out." Look at that. It's just welcome to me scrolling down my Twitter feed. Oh, here we are. This isn't going to be out for a little while, so this won't be in this batch, but it's cool as heck. It's the Pumpkin King. There he is. Again, like the glowing and everything she's done is fantastic. And it's really painty rather than that sort of almost paint by numbers sometimes that you can do with minis. There's the back. Don't forget the back. How cool is that? Yay. Hey, there's a whole bunch. I've got record numbers at the moment. This is good. This is good. Hello. Hello, everyone who's come out. What else we got? There was another one. Oh yeah, my big stinky boy, as she's put it. This is a beast. So these aren't they aren't specific commissions from Bristol. They're some of his older range that I hadn't put into production yet. And I just thought they were cool, and they are cool. Apart from the snail was kind of new. His little side on. He's got a sword rammed into his hand. He's proper like bleh. I like that there's a good bit of panda talk in there. And if you're of a nervous disposition, look away. His butt. Got butt there. So that's free. So him and the snail are going to be in the snail and portal are going to be in next week's I think in next week's release stack. Is that it for now? Yeah, that is it for now. Oh no, I need to release those fighting samurai as well. Maybe no stinky boy this week, but maybe soon. I need to plan out so it's not like nothing and then loads of releases and then nothing, because obviously we need as many to keep it going. Yay! Ethan likes the snail. It's a good skull snail boy. So this is good. So yeah, these are a bunch of Ristols that Amy's painted up, which is nice. So me just checking if I've got Lyme's disease yet. I haven't got Lyme's disease. Other news, which I didn't write down. What's the other news? So I've been catching up, been sorting retailers out. If you're the retailer that I haven't sorted out yet, that is my absolute next priority. I've been getting through them. So that's been cool. I got a new one, got a new shop, David's Bookshops in Letchworth, that I had a look up online. It looks really cool. So if I'm around Letchworth, I'll totally pop in. But if you're near there, they do a lot of books, and they have quite a big historical, like military history, which obviously loads of people here are into. They do games. They've also got a cafe and a board game bit. It's kind of like all the things together. That looks really cool. So yeah, if you're around there, you can buy the books online, but you can't buy the minis. But it means if you buy there, if you're around, you can buy a Bad Squiddo mini, a book on maybe the thing related to the mini, have a cake, and maybe play a board game. Like, that sounds really cool. It looks lovely. So yeah, Letchworth, which my geography is failing me as to where it actually is, but yes, check them out. So that's cool. I've got a few more. Once I'm up to date with all my current stuff, well, with the retail stuff, I'm going to be hunting down some more shops, because that's the way. This is the way to go. So there's that. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better since last Sunday's show, but none of it's that like everything is okay now. But I've got a bit of motivation to, like, what can I fix, basically? Because last week it was very negative, and it wasn't that I dislike Squiddo. I absolutely love Squiddo, but I was disliking the things I was having to do at Squiddo and getting frustrated that I couldn't do the things I want to do. So I'm currently got a plan of how to sort of switch that up so that I am doing more of the stuff that I want to do, and it's my skill, the researching, and I want to do little videos on sort of educating on the minis, who the minis are with some of them, because some of them it's like if they're not mega famous, people just don't know, so they just kind of like, oh, don't know who that is. So I feel like get to tell the story more, and that's the part that I really like. I really like doing the education side of it as well. So I've got a bit of a plan. I'm having a meeting with somebody next week as well, who's a bit of a mentor, to go through a bit of almost make that plan into something structured. So that's positive. So I did a lot of positive action on Monday, so I'm really pleased with that. So you could like to give myself a little clap. So that was really good. So we're going to actually get some structure together and figure it out, because it was this what's the word? Is it doing the same thing endlessly and expecting different results is madness? That was pretty much it. But I'm just in that. So I'm always extra overloaded and busy, and it just gets more busy. So I need to sort of re-strategize. But yeah, it's all good, and I do absolutely love Bad Squiddo. It just was very overwhelmed, I think, last week. It got to that sort of like, but yeah, it wasn't good. But I am doing a lot better now. Yes, everyone's agreeing that shop sounds amazing. Am I getting any gaming in? No, but I want to soon. I've been getting gaming urges, so that's close, isn't it? I would like to. So I'm working back on sort of making my hours normal and having weekends again. So I want to get some gaming in. I actually asked my next door neighbour if he wanted to play some games yesterday, but via a weird note in his door. If you've been following this, the story of me trying to make friends with because it's a really lovely street I live on. And it's a mixture of old people and Games Workshop employees, because everyone in Nottingham works at Games Workshop. It is actually a massive Nottingham employer. If you think about how huge Warhammer World is and all the other, not just the obvious jobs like the Warcom team and stuff, but all that admin, marketing, they're all based here. So it is a mega employer of Nottingham. So it's another GW guy next door. That I've been trying to make friends with without seeming like a weirdo. So of course I put a letter through his door yesterday. He hasn't responded. I put a letter through with my Facebook Messenger details and my telephone number, asking if he maybe wanted to play some board games with me and Andy and another of the neighbours. So hopefully he's just not got round to sending me yet, or he's thought, what on earth? But I did the step. I put it through and went, oh no, there's no taking it back now. There's no taking it back. So my Christian Reeve podcast the interview has came out. I should have put it in the comments there. But if you go after this, if you go on to the main Bad Squiddo channel, underneath on the playlist section, there's a playlist called Industry Interviews. and which is where I link. So if it's uploaded by another channel, I put it into a playlist. So it'll take you to basically the links to the Christian Reeve podcast. And it's a bit of a different one because I was very tired for a change. And he's not a wargamer, so it was quite an interesting interview from another side of things, a little very informal. We did talk about Star Wars quite a bit as well, but it's a really good interview, so I would recommend, though I say so myself. And Christian, who is interviewing me, is the voice of Treepan. Yes, that's it. Multi dude. So yeah, you should go watch that. Give him a little like and stuff because he's in the same boat as everyone else, trying to make his name across the internet. So yeah, if you can give him a little like or follow or something, because he does his podcast. He just interviews random people, and they're always that's what I like. It's not just one genre. It's just all sorts of people. So there's some really interesting little bits in there. Thank you, people who have listened and enjoyed it. Oh, I've been trying to make a name for 10 years now. I know you though, so that's all that matters, maybe. On the subject of streams, I will be live tomorrow on Blackjack Legacy stream. So you should go give him a follow. I think he puts the link up tomorrow. But it will be 9 p.m. to around 11 p.m., which is beyond my bedtime. But with the mega heat, it might be all right, actually, because it might have cooled down enough. If it was in the day, it'd just be me melting. But later on, I think would be quite good. And we've got I think it's going to be a really good interview. I've been chatting to him on a Twitter message for a bit. So I'll go into it more tomorrow, just to clickbait you into going into that. But I've been watching a few of his videos and discourse miniatures, and they've both been getting loads of crap on Twitter. It was kind of based on their thumbnails, and I don't see much of the hobby drama because I don't read Twitter a lot. So I don't read Twitter a lot because I follow a billion people. I have the occasional sort of skim and see what's going on, so I miss a lot of the shenanigans. It's evening, so it'll be at 9 at night in the UK time, till 11. So I do miss a lot of what's going on, and I don't watch a load of hobby content. I kind of skim by it just to see who's who and what's going on, because you need to. But I listen to entirely different sort of things, because it's stuff that's just the disconnect. So I don't see much. But then I found Discourse because I met her at Expo. I thought she was cool, and I'd known her from Twitter. And then I saw a lot of people being really mean on Twitter, and I thought, oh, have I got this wrong? have I shown support for the wrong person? So I've been watching for her videos, and I really like them. And I'm aware that the thumbnails are really clickbaity, but she did a whole video explaining it and how, and I found it really eloquent and well thought out. So I thought it was a shame that people who hadn't actually who hadn't watched it were not just, obviously it's the internet and you can critique, but they were being really personally nasty, and I didn't like it. And then I saw it happening to Blackjack as well, and because they both sort of did thumbnails that were sort of like GW killed my hobby, but there was more to it, and it was the whole point. Once you watch it, is I've had to do this thumbnail because it's proving the point that people are going to click it. And on his, I noticed he had like 500 views, and then the one he mentioned GW in, he had 20,000 views. So it's like, yes, this. Another moderator just handled. Oh, Andy's a moderator, aren't you? Did you just moderate my channel, Andy? This is exciting. This is exciting. I think I've got a moderator. I think Andy's a moderator. So yeah, they're both. Oh god, I've just spilled coffee down my leg. That might help the insect bites. So what? Who else is a moderator? Oh, maybe I clicked it twice. That was all. because Wicker Man swore, even though he did censor it, you have to approve those messages in. I think I must have clicked it twice then. I was excited then. I thought I hadn't had my own moderator. But yeah, so yeah, the people that I've seen so far, and I appreciate that it's a bit risky to be like, I stand behind them without, knowing all of the stuff. But I just went, oh yeah, they seem cool and actually really informative. And they're not, and they're kind of pegged as really negative people. And like they're not, they've just been criticizing some, saying that some of the GW stuff they do and why they do it, especially with discourse going into the like business elements of it. Most of the stuff that I know, but it's good to see someone that's not entirely in that world as well. Night, Daniel. See you later. Which we'll talk about more in the thing. But yeah, I just went. Oh, I expected someone, sort of ranting and raving and just being, it does suck when people are just being really negative about stuff. I'm like, but they're not. They're mentioning like, oh, this thing here isn't so great, but that kind of shows a bit of that dominance that GW have, that people get really defensive of them personally. And I think it was, can't remember which one it was, that Blackjack was saying about how like he'll wear Nike trainers, but he doesn't necessarily stan for Nike. It's a product. But yeah, they've got a lot of people basically, and some of the people that were being really mean were people that I like. So that's why I was like, what's happening? Why is this all, so a lot of that sort of online drama is this weird around the GW world. And yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting thing to sort of talk about from my perspective with Blackjack, because yeah, he seems like a top bloke. So again, I don't know. It's very real. Like, someone goes, "Did you know this?" I'm like, "Oh no, I did not." But no, it's interesting. So I want to add a bit of some sort of insider knowledge. So I think it'll be quite a nice chat and not a big negative. It's just that like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll be really good. So yeah, tomorrow, 9 in the evening till 11 of whatever the UK time. I say UK time because I always get really confused what actual UK time we're in because of the like clock switch sort of thing. Yes, discourse is very manic, so I can totally get not liking the style of things. But yeah, recently she's just been getting so much crap. And for stuff that like other channels do a lot worse. So I was a bit like, I don't know if there's some misogyny tied in there as well. But yeah, yay! Oh yeah, Jez said woo to what's it? To Blackjack. Yes, so I popped in his live last week. That's how it started. Because I popped into his live. I was actually looking for something to fall asleep to, and then because I've been watching his video, so I thought, I'll pop in. And there were loads of people in the chat because I went, hello. And I saw a bunch of familiar faces, you know what I mean? Familiar names and stuff. And I was like, oh, yay. So that was awesome. Yes, so you go subscribe. But yeah, I get if it's not your cup of tea, it's absolutely fine. But it's that sort of if it's not for you, don't watch the thing. But yeah, it was the sort of personal attacks. I thought, come on, community, sort it out. You're supposed to be like, we're all nice to each other. But then somebody said something a bit negative about GW, and it's like, cast out. And yeah, I've got a lot more to say about it, but I'll save it for tomorrow. But it's not just like bitterness. Again, you say anything negative. No, it's fine. It's just a nice discourse as well. So yeah, so that'll be cool. So Blackjack Legacy is the channel. So there's Blackjack Legacy is one, and Discourse Miniatures is another. And yeah, check them out. If you don't like them, that's fine. But you should definitely check them out. Some of the Discourse ones had me laughing out loud as well. She did one where she goes, there's an app or something where it shows you what things people are subscribed to on Reddit. So if somebody, because on Reddit you basically subscribe to different, because there's basically anything you can imagine. So you subscribe to various topics so that you actually see those. And Yeah, so there's a thing where it says if you're, so it's not personal data, but it's people that are subscribed to, say if they're subscribed to Bad Squiddo, it tells you the stats that they're then maybe 100% more likely to be subscribed to Capybara posting or something like that. And and she goes through all of the factions for 40k, and it's mad the difference in it. And I'm sure some of the like percentages are like fringe, but it's still funny. So it's like what a Space Wolf player is more likely to be subscribed to, and it's very funny. But yeah, there's just loads of like really informative stuff that people should know, and especially stuff about GW being a PLC, which doesn't get mentioned enough. But yeah, go check them out. I have other news. What's my other news? I'm gonna drink this coffee. I know it's been a long stream, so thank you for hanging on, hanging on there. Ooh. David Corley says could be worse, could be Star Wars or Tolkien fandom. Says David Corley, who's like the worst Star Wars online debater person. I've seen you. I've seen you. And if you like if you like Star Wars, you should listen to my my interview with Christian Reeve as well, because we do mention a bit about Star Wars fandom, our own Star Wars experience. Oh, Dave's found his chill since Obi-Wan, which I need to finish. I still have not finished. I started rewatching The Office again. And yeah, it's that like the meme of brand new thing I've seen a million times. So yeah, I've just been rewatching The Office, going nah. What else? I've got some things before I go. There are some Bad Squiddo newses, I swear. New sculpts. Got the Joe sculpt. Oh, they might be getting molded soon. The new Joe animals from Mr. Brumby. Oh yes, I think Joe secretly lurks on this channel. Snurg, and it was his birthday in the week. So happy birthday, my little blue Peter. Happy birthday, Joe Brumby Snurg, who was some age this week. Some age. Happy birthday. Hope you had a nice birthday. And yeah, he sculpts our animals, but he's also behind the weird world with Mr. Fenris, who is also in the chat as well, because they are brothers, both being Brumbies. But yeah, happy birthday, Joe. We'll get a rage text now. What? I was good at news. There is loads. I was going to make notes. I swear. Yeah, things more positive. That's good. Which then means more things gonna happen. Yes, good. New things. I'm sure there were new things. I'm sure I had wicked news, and I went, they need to know about that. So this is a stream. I'm gonna read some things. Oh, you were some age on the 6th. Oh, well, also a late happy birthday to Mr. Ratty Rex as well. Happy birthday! I want to just do a birthday channel and just say happy birthday. Or I'll do a Cameo account, and you have to pay me £10 for your birthday. Occasionally I think, I could make something. No, Annie, no, just wish them that's that website where you can do the personalised greetings and stuff. So I can go, hello, Ratty, I hear it is your birthday. Have a good birthday. I need more coffee. Help me. It's better than last week's stream, though. That's the theme of this week. What else did I put in the thumbnail? Pandemonium. Oh yeah, it wasn't Pandemonium's fault. I did put in the Twitter about find out how I was a big brave girl, so I could tell you that before I head away. Cameo birthday videos. Held up a blank sheet of paper. Midwinter Minitus does a good cameo. He does. He did me a lovely birthday cameo. but I don't think it's for me to do that. I just feel a bit weird. Maybe when I get more famous and I have like 20 people a day asking me for a birthday video. But if you ever want a birthday video, I'll do your birthday video for free. How's about that? So yes, find out how I was a big brave girl. So after hospital last week, I went to the garden centre as a treat for a bit of tea and cake. Oh, I want cake now. Andy, make some cake. This is me asking the chat. Andy, make us some cake. Yeah, take those birthday wishes for next year. Yeah, you should do it. Do it. Collect them all. Yeah, Andy, make me some cake, please. I went to garden centre, and I've been on this this quest. I'm trying to get win of the day at the moment, so I can be like, I did a win of the day, and trying to be a bit more outspoken, because a lot of the time, I don't say the thing. And it's rare because you're used to me all being very outspoken, but in a lot of the like normal human situations, and then afterwards I think, I didn't say the thing. And I was weirdly inspired by The Office, because there's a bit, it's not a spoiler, there's a bit in that where Pam, who's kind of meek receptionist, tries to like be a bit more outspoken, and then she goes to the camera afterwards and she's like, I did it. So I was inspired. But there's a plant that I really like, the Philodendron pink princess. Of course I like that plant. And it used to be rare. It's still very rare in America in a few places. So they're like, oh, we found one. So there's a little bit of that, like, oh, a rare plant. But it's not, they're kind of common in the UK now. But they were £20 in the garden centre for like a tiny pot. Oh, Andy's appearing. Coming to make some cake.
Not quite.
No. It is mandatory that you pop in now each time you walk past. What's that?
Blue needle. What? I'm setting fire to it.
Do you want to inform them of your plans?
Are you going to endorse this activity on your channel then?
Yes.
Could blow up people's houses. Hello. Look, it's a glue needle that's blocked, and I'm going to set it on fire. There you go.
But you're not making a cake?
No.
Oh. Shame. So, Jez is off. Yes, see you tomorrow on Andy Blackjack, not Andy 2D6. That's burning the garden down at the moment. Yes, so the plants are £20 for little ones, but they did go down once they got more popular. They went down to a £5. So I bought a bunch months ago for a £5. And each time I've gone in, the ones that didn't have the stickers updated have still been there, but they're getting even more like, oh no, we're dying. So my quest was to find somebody that worked there that I could haggle with, because I'm not a haggler, because I think just buy it. But this is my tale of bravery, because I was looking at the plants and I was kind of like, shall I? I don't need them. No, Annie, I'm gonna do it. Especially because the guy that normally serves me at the garden centre is this like gatekeeper guy. He always makes a comment about millennials buying houseplants. I'm like, I'm buying something. You're like, it's all a trend now, isn't it? Oh, I'm giving you money. It doesn't matter if it's a trend. So I knew that they had someone more houseplants and younger around. So I managed to seek them out, just having many escape options whilst waiting as well. And what's it? Brain reading everything. And I did. I said, I have an inquiry. And I did say, I didn't suppose there's any chance, because I was like, I'll save them. So she let me. Yes. So I thought, even if she said no, me asking was my brave sort of thing. And bonus, I got some cool plants, and I like rehabbing them. So they got all repotted and watered and are already doing a lot better. And that's not a great way to clear cement needle. Try this. Take some wire out of its insulation and push through the needle. I'm a melter of glue as well. That is what I do. But sometimes I've had a small sewing needle, kind of jammed, but I tend to just. Although Andy's very organised and puts it on the blue tack and stuff, whereas I'll just hold it. I'll take it out the glue. I'll just hold it and do it and go. Oh. But don't follow my advice ever. My advice is rubbish. Yes, Carol knows what's up. Thin needle. Reminds me, Andy, could you pass me those stickers that are on the side?
These stickers
Yeah,
here.
thank you. Oh, thanks for that as well. So we got given a load of these stickers. Dun, dun, dun. So if you want one, I've got a big stack of them. Are we allowed to say where they're from?
I believe so.
From Josie at Green Stuff Games. She played a game with Andy in a week. And she dropped these off. So I've got a big stack of them. If you want one, just say. I'm not going to ship you them because I've got to pay shipping. But if you buy something, just put in the comment. I'm not just going to put them in orders as standard. Who do you think I am? Fenris Games? But yeah, if you want one and you're buying something, just pop it in the comments. If you want a chunk to pass out or whatever, because I've got loads of them, so just say and I'll add them in. So we don't like fascism and we do like Warhammer / wargaming. So there's those. I'm just insulting the chat today. That's what I do. But you come back for it each time. So yes, that's the majority of what's going on. I'm just double checking if I have any. I'm sure I had loads of really cool news. I have done lots of cool news though. There's still a chunk of you still here. So the main point: go watch the Christian Reeve podcast. Go watch. Hang on, I missed some stuff there. Yeah, Garden Centre's where it's at. Go watch the Christian Reeve podcast. Go look at the Blackjack Legacy. Give him a subscribe. And tomorrow he'll put the link up for the live as well. So 9 p.m. tomorrow. Yes, Pandemonium, you should ask me for sticker advice because I know more than Ian. I'm sassing. I do though. Come on, I do. Probably. I do. That's me. Ed is entirely right, and I will be mentioning that in the show tomorrow. Do notes. I just blah brain. I woke up 10 minutes before the stream today, so there are no notes. But I am aiming on returning to at least the vague notes for the show because yeah, it's obviously now 50 minutes. But I wanted to kind of like do that clear up from last week as well because I know some of you were a bit concerned, and I was concerned as well. I was not good, and I'm not better now because that's not how it works. But at least I've got a bit of a plan of action. And again, if you missed the start, I'm having a meeting later this week with somebody to even more work on a plan of action. And I'm feeling quite positive about it for once, which is grand. And I'm also very tired because I accidentally took sleeping tablets. So there we go. Guinea pigs are good. If you have pets, remember it's going to be absolutely boiling Monday and Tuesday. So don't take them outside. And make sure you're doing all the things to keep them cool because it's extra hot. If you have guinea pigs, don't put them outside in the sun. Even in the shade, it's still too hot. If you keep them inside, close the curtains, it's going to be way cooler. And they will thank you. And also shave them. I might shave my guinea pigs even more today because they've grown back a bit. I might hack more off them. Right, thank you all for coming along. There will be some updated next week, no doubt. More stuff happening. Yeah, it's going to be good. And I really do appreciate all your support throughout all this because I know some of you have been especially here since day one as well, or very early days, and have kind of ridden the roller coaster alongside, or just kind of watched the roller coaster going, what's going on? What's that? So thank you all. I will get out of here. But yes, you all are ace, and I'll see you around. I'll see you tomorrow in the blackjack stream. Even if you just pop in, say hello, and then go to bed, because I do appreciate it's quite late. Bye.